Welcome to Dreamy with Sensie Owl Bob. Here on the deck, um, some reason my laptop won't do my bidding, so I'm using my tablet. It has its limitations, but c'est la vie. I probably will do a short show, short-ish. Anyway, I had to walk up here a mile to make the show. I mostly do because I'm writing a novel, and I wanted to go online to my laptop. It doesn't like it when it's not. It's like a baby. It wants to be suckling the internet all the time. And when I start writing, and I've been writing a lot, it kind of says, well, you can't write anymore. I want to put this on the cloud, so okay, whatever. Hey, Jamie. So, I'm out in the woods. I have no real access to anything. Food, car, phone, nothing. I have to, like I said, I have to walk a mile to do this YouTube show. Because my friend's car is having issues, and I can't tell him, oh, hurry up, picture, hit your, And the same thing with all my doctors. It's like, So the real interesting thing is the motif. I better put my glasses on so I can read the texting. Looking fit and fresh. Yep. When you don't eat that much and you drink pretty clean water and the air is pretty fresh, at least for the time being, and I live way out in the woods, and we've had so much rain. Everything is greener than I've ever seen it. So it's so loving me. And I can go just a mile or two from here where people are building new crappy houses and bulldozing down tops of mountains. And the phyla is like just going away. And this one guy built this big road, and he got these gigantic rocks, and he kind of just sheared them off with the gigantic bulldozer. So it looks kind of fun for the entrance of the place. But we had so much rain, and because he so uncovered the structure of the hill, that what was holding that up washed away and rolled down into the highway. So that's been blocked for a while. Something of that nature. But that's okay, because really I'm here to serve God's love, right? And whatever God wants me to do or God planned for me, if this thing hits a zillion, it's only because God does it, right? I'm not whatever, right? And I've already lived so many different lives. I've had so much money at times and lived what the people call the dream, the cherished life. And all I did was get fat. All I did was die. And it burned out every joint in my, I was 460 pounds for over 10 years. So every pound you have on your body is 4 pounds. So that's 460 times 4. It's almost a ton. That all my little joints, my knees, my hips, my ankles, my backbone, everything, my neck, my ears, you name it. And luckily I have this stuff called neuropathy, and you can have two types where everything is like, painful, or you can't feel anything. And God gave me the one that I can't feel anything. Well, that's good, but that's bad, because if something goes south, pain is our friend. It says, hey, something's wrong. So I wake up every morning in excruciating pain, so I can tell whether it's just normal pain or I snap my leg off or something, So it's all good, it really is. Except I have to get up and move a little bit every now and then. Otherwise, I start to rust. But if you cannot see that this is a scripted show, that what's going on Earth and in everyone's life is scripted, right? Now, if I'm writing this series called X-rated, X-R-A-T-T-E-D, X-rated, out of Griot Publishing. And I have a blogspot.com spot. That the beginning of those novels are kind of there, right? But then they changed. I couldn't figure out how to keep putting stuff up there, so it's on thumb drives and up in the cloud. And so I've been writing away, and so I'm on my 8th novel, and let's see. I can read you the novels off my laptop. I still have some power here. Yep. So I have get this up here. I have the first novel, which is called "Death to Ego's Lie." Right. Let's see. It is nothing, right? Number 1, 5th anthology. I wrote them all in all different things, and then I put them where I thought this is not the villain of our mythos of X-rated. Reader, have you parsed the golden fleece of all our relations? What is AOR story? That's all our relations. Why are we here? Who made us? X-rated. It is more than a story of all these questions or this story, right? And it just goes on and on and on. Let's see. In every day and every way, let we, as the AOR, take the piece of the earth and make it stronger, right? It took me 50 years to realize that most folk did not understand this worldview of Bob as one love, where we are all our relations. In one love, as we in me, the decider of Bob's work in progress, the love co-creation, and so say we all, I will do my best to be love's one love in co-creation and free spirit, not your body's cracked timepiece, tick-tock death. What more can I say? Wake up, wake up, wake up, moron! And I was talking to myself. My writing is cardiac comedy, where tragedy plus neo-time equals enlightenment. My stories inform your spirit to be love's decider of one love's co-creation, for that is all there is, right? Our ego has been doing angel dust forever. And they, TH $Y. Right? The litany of excess of imperial violence. In any way you want it darker. Let's see. Without love, can we be heroes just one day? Colossians 2, 6 through 7. Love, why can't I remember just that one thing? In any way you want it darker? Magnify, sanctify. Let's see, let's make this bigger. That's it. Magnify, sanctify, what is the holy name? Vilify, crucify in the human frame, A million candles burning for one love that never came. You want it darker, we will kill you as love's flame. It is extinguished by ego's imperial name. How many are ready for the Lord to die? Your question, who can I blame? Take a number. It is written, and it is not some idle claim. You want it darker? You must kill your love's flame. We are the glory, and you are the shame. You struggle with your demons. They are so middle class and tame. If you want it darker, you must kill your love's flame. If you don't like this game, we will let you go, but you will be lined up. The guards are now taking up their aim. You had permission to murder and to shame. You want it darker, you will kill your love's flame. What is about forgiveness, gratitude, humility, sanctified grace that makes the human experience so difficult and rewarding at the same time? Thoughts of Leonard Cohen. Okay, let's go to the next one. Where are they? Here we go. Legacy. Book number 2, X-Rated. Second novel of 18. Legacy anthology where we all are related. Novel number 2, Legacy anthology where we're all related. Doulos in Greek for slave. Is Greek for slave. And in the beginning of a moment, we live in love's doulos through forgiveness. We are redeemed in love's grace. Our world is always new again. Poetry's Run-On Sentence by Al W.D. The day his mother died. The griot. I run words together. The griot. Their replies. Boys, please give me a hand. Reader, I know you heard this before. Death is not the end of this, your volume to go. I'll just let you read it. I'll pull back. Then there was Mary. Matthew 18 of 2 Kings, blah, blah, blah. Do you know who you are? Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Mary, whose line was that of Abraham. To David. This young girl's line was always with her, kindled by God in everything she was. God's grace was her life. Mary was always in the altar of the incense of prayer, as a priest to trim the wick of Lord's unconditional love. As day went into night, Mary was always in the sacrifice of her life to God, where the Lord was pleased of Mary. From Mary's birth, she shone with sinless heart, pure of God's grace. All who knew Mary felt God's grace in Mary. There was no one who was a child of God as Mary. She had no need of anything worldly. That was not her Lord. So it keeps going. I'll just kind of slowly And then the next novel. So they're all around 200 pages, right? They all kind of go together. What's the next one? So that was Legacy, and this one I think is Legend. Our Legend, right? Yep, we switch lives and experiences all the time. So it doesn't matter, right? It really doesn't matter. So, but, so you get an idea. That's what I do. I just keep writing and writing and walking a mile up the hill, talk to you guys. How about a thumbs up, Jamie? Oh, baby. Anyway, let's see. So environmentally, economically, worldview-wise, spiritually, I mean, just everything is a joke. Now, the one thing that isn't a joke are all the people who are suffering, right? Like in the Gaza Strip, in Ukraine, in Africa, and every place else. In the United States, 40 million children go to bed hungry, 140 million families are a paycheck from being out on the street. And the United States is the richest country in the world, and we are 125th in, social services. I mean, we are crushing Cuba, and they're like 15th on healthcare, and we are like 75. It's like, come on. If you can't see what's going on, and people just stick their head in the sand, right? Now, I don't get depressed by any of this because this is God's show, right? So I'm just here to be a doula of God, a slave to God. That's me, right? And God is, truly he's got a good sense of humor. And it's not a he, or it's God, God is the unknowable, right? I am who, and he never said, I am who I am, because only Popeye says that, And when he was talking to Moses, he said, I am a work in progress, and you, meaning humanity, meaning humans, meaning the AOR, all our relations, meaning you are my reflection, made in the image and likeness, And so God is, the only way God can know what God is he watches what we do, right? And we have been given a free will to do whatever the frick we want to do, because in essence, it doesn't really matter, because this world is one of illusion, because all there truly is love. And we're just, creaking along, working it out. We're a work in progress, right? And so everyone who condemns others for being sinners, and that's number one sin. I think the number one sin is false gods, icons, right? So if you are like totally blitzed out on drugs or sex or alcohol, that's your false god, Now, I've never really, my character, I enjoy everything to the max, but I don't really need it, And I never really got into drugs. I worked in rock and roll for 15 years, right? And longer, but a hardcore stretch of building nightclubs and running clubs and recording studios and rock and rollers estates and blah, 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 right? I was around all these guys who were totally blitzed out all the freaking time. And I never, maybe I'd smoke a little. I used to like to, I had this little Marchand pipe, this little teeny, it had like a little teeny bowl. And I would smoke one little, that's good stuff. Oh, let me have one bud. And I would take that lamb's breath and do it. And that was it for like what I would smoke, for the day, because it would give me a nice creative buzz. And I didn't take it any further than that. Oh, here comes somebody. They were pulling around in the... I wonder if it's... It's the guy coming up here. Okay. I think I might go just to see who this guy is. Okay? Okay.